Pecan Island. It's right on the edge of the radar beam, so it's a little tough to say, but it has my attention certainly, and I'm sure that National Weather Service, and there it is. There is a tornado warning as it has been now placed until 9:15 in southern Vermilion Parish. As you can see, it's exactly where I thought it was, as this is just south of Pecan Island, LA 82. If you're anywhere across this area, you see that red box that just popped up. This is a tornado warning now, more than likely a radar indicated tornado, as the rotation has just showed up. So now they're basing it strictly on rotation, but this is, again, across southern Vermilion Parish, Pecan Island, anywhere along LA 82. Take cover now. Move yourself into the center of your house. Try to put as many walls as you can from the outside to the inside. That's going to be your safest place in this situation. We have some very large hail with this. We can go back to the hail product, and you can see that's off the charts as well. 4 inches in diameter. Now, that product could be a little large, and that may not be falling like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing something in the lines of a golf ball sized hail or even larger than that. But what has my attention, and what had my attention before that warning, is this area of rotation. So we have a Doppler radar indicated tornado. What that means is simply they're looking at radar like we just did right there, and they're seeing the rotation counterclockwise, and they're indicating that there could possibly be a tornado on the ground there. No confirmed reports on that. That's the good news. Numerous cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. This is a very dangerous portion of this storm as it starts to move up towards there into Intercoastal City. Just within that box, there's 142 cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. Some very heavy rains. We could also see large hail. Go back to that hail product there if we can to see where that hail core currently is across now Vermilion Parish. The good news with this is that it is showing signs of weakening just a little bit. But right now, this is LA 82 as it's moving north to south through Vermilion Parish. There's about, I'd say about 2 to 3 inches of diameter of hail heading towards Intercoastal City, going northeast at only 15 miles per hour. Let's go back to our radar to see the latest that we have. Now that we're getting into this area, this is the one problem with radar. As it gets further away with velocity, we start to lose a lot of that information, and we start to get what we call range folding as it's getting too far away from the radar site. And that's what's happening, unfortunately. We're right in between the New Orleans radar site and the Lake Charles radar site, and that's a bad place to be, unfortunately, in events like this. But that's the core that we're still watching. This one produced, looks like golf ball sized hail from Pecan Island. We appreciate those social media posts that came in across Pecan Island. You notice that movement to the northeast. It's a very slow working system here. This is taking its time. If there is any rotation, it's more than likely in this area, and it's just about to head back onshore here in St. Mary and also the very southwestern edges of Iberia Parish. So we have that severe thunderstorm warning until 11:15. We have another severe thunderstorm warning up across warning. This goes all the way until about 5 o'clock this evening, and they may even need to extend that further into the night as we'll continue to see some flooded roadways. But this is what we have going on. As you can see, at least there is some movement to the north. That's what we want to see. That severe thunderstorm warning, it's about to wrap up. I think the severe threat now is at least put on hold for us. Now, when I say severe threat, that's your damaging winds, that's your large hail, and that's also the tornado threat. I think that's being put on hold now. It's strictly flash flooding at this point, so the best advice is to stay at home. Just enjoy the day off if you can. Do not drive on the roadways. As you can see, there are many issues there. So the flash flood warning continues. Unfortunately, as I said, the severe threat is not completely over. It's put on hold for now as we go through later in the evening hours between about 6 to midnight. I would put a line of storms coming through, and some of those, again, that line of storms could produce some damaging winds.